What are they doing in Bahamas? I know you're not making.
Guys, do not watch anything that's going to the Bahamas. Don't worry about it.
Yo, when the Bahamas, how does Bahamas get the movies like right on time? Like as soon as everybody else gets it, boom. So niggas in Jamaica is lying.
I've seen a theater that's way better than any theater I've seen in North America.
Theaters in Bahamas is better than anything in North America.
In North
America. NA.
Anywhere in
the one we're in?
And anywhere in
Bahamas.
You're telling me better than the ArcLight where they release movies
this guy
for
is
test
a sicko,
audiences
man.
in LA. You're telling me it's
the Bohemian bias.
Hold on. My man said I haven't seen
I ain't seen that one.
So we're gonna find out. I don't even watch movies. Dog. When I'm in North America. Also, by the way, the Bahamas is in North America. The Caribbean's in North America.
Is it?
Yes, the Caribbean's considered North America.
I did not know that.
Interesting.
I thought it was just its own thing.
No. Caribbean's considered North America.
Interesting.
Technically.
So why are they talking about, okay, so we're not foreign.
I mean,
we're not foreign.
Not firing, but
we're foreign. We're not firing.
We're not going foreign.
But we're foreign.
Foreign.
It's like foreign is like saying,
like Mexico.
Oh, he's black. It's like doubling up.
Foreign.
Oh, you foreign.
Foreign. They meant England when they said foreign. The first
facts
across the ocean.
There's probably a place called
to the Bronx. They're like, you can't change the name, you know.
Make it pop. Mule make it pop. I want to know who created the term hip hop, because it wasn't Kool Herc.
No,
if it was him, it would have been called hip hop. It would have been IPOP. That would have been the whole genre.
Think ippy, you know.
Yo, oh shit! Welcome back to the Concession Stand. I'm Marlon.
I am Gabe.
We're back. Took a week off because it was my birthday.
It was what a birthday it was.
What a birthday!
What a time we had.
We had a gay old time. Went on the boat.
I want to start with the dinner. I laughed for 2.5 hours.
Oh wait, when I say gay old time, boat, dinner, it's not just me and Gabe. I meant like the happy version.
I'm comfortable in our sexuality.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure that they're not, mixed up in translation.
Sure, it's fine.
Because you're a good looking guy.
No, it's
just
fine.
not.
No, it's fine. I'm not offended.
All right, cool.
It's great.
It's collars. I'm more of like a jersey. Never mind. Anyways,
collars. Folks, is it gay to have collars? Is it gay to have a shirt?
I was just talking about what type of guy I would be into. No collars. I'm more of a jersey.
I only fucks with niggas.
Oh, fucking niggas are throwbacks.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Not the throwbacks. It's 2021.
Unless it's a Mitchell and Ness button up.
That's
crazy. You can't get my number.
What is this?
I'm so sorry.
Negro Leagues button up?
Yo.
It's actually a Josh Gibson jersey.
Dog, when those came out back in the day in high school, the Negro Leagues jerseys, those were lit.
That's my game plan in my life. Because they're a little pricey, so I don't know if I can make the transition.
Super pricey.
Not to interject and
which is ironic.
Hilarious.
Sorry.
On yesterday, Wednesday, there was the Field of Dreams baseball game for the MLB. We're talking Field of Dreams. We love Field of Dreams.
Dog.
I don't know if you
How
saw
amazing
this,
was that?
but the guy who hit the walk-off home run.
Yes.
Anderson. So he black guy. Beautiful.
Kept doing this.
Isn't it? I was going to tweet this, but it's a little spicy. But isn't it ironic that for the Field of Dreams game,
I said that too.
The black guy hits.
Sir, thank you.
Because in the original Field of Dreams, there ain't no Negroes.
Not one. And I was like, Gibson, if there's anywhere that the Negroes are going to be, it's in the field.
Oh.
No?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
That's funny.
At least in the outfield. At least. Minimum.
At least.
You don't want to be near them? Get it.
There's
put them
a
on
term.
the left.
They called them field guys.
Put them out on the right.
Field Negroes.
Put them in the center.
They
put them somewhere.
They're the ones who planted the corn.
Did they? Did Negroes ever get near corn? It was more of a cotton thing, no?
I don't think there was anything that they didn't pick.
Why was cotton so lit back in the day?
Great fabric. Makes great fabric.
But you got hemp. You got wool.
Well, hemp ends up getting taken over because cotton. So the first guys who got in there planted cotton, and they're like, "We doing cotton now." And he's like, "How about hemp?" And they're like, "Nah, you ruining the price right now. We doing cotton."
Niggas were too progressive.
Sorry,
progressive slavery.
But what about hemp? Nah, nigga.
Progressive slavery resources is a wild take. Hemp? This guy come over here and talk about hemp.
This nigga grows hemp. Look at this nigga.
That's wild.
Look at Jedediah growing hemp.
But I think they should do that more often. Is any movie you can find... that too. But any movie that you can find that could be easily interwoven into the actual sports or
100%.
like just everyday life,
I
anything, I think that'd be really dope.
Well, they keep that field, like Geico sponsors that field. Like it's always maintained. Like they built it and for the movie and like it's just always maintained and upgraded and whatnot. Like those are, that stays there. But I thought it was just really interesting. I'm like, so in the movie,
Right?
not a neat,
Like,
at
imagine-
least even in a league of their own, they at least had the one black lady who caught the ball
Yes.
and threw it back and she had like her one moment. At least, which as small as it was,
Very
they didn't
small.
even have a one Satchel Paige like come out and tip his hat. And be
At
like,
least she didn't do anything too like
Crazy.
mammy.
no, because she was a proud black
Yeah,
lady. She's
exactly,
Like, I can
exactly.
play here too, but I'm not. I'm gonna go take my kids.
They
to
were
school.
they tried at least tried to be all the way progressive. I don't think they were all the way.
I mean, it's still an
yeah.
early '90s
I
white
mean,
people movie.
Tom Hanks. He's a drunk.
Tom Hanks only.
He's a
Tom
great
Hanks only has one
misogynistic
black
drunk.
friend in every movie, and that's it. Wow. Think about it. Forrest Gump, Bubba. You Got Mail, Dave Chappelle.
What about Toy Story?
I was gonna be like, it's just Rex.
I'm trying to think who's black in Toy Story.
I don't think anybody's black in
There's no blacks in Toy Story. There's no black toys. Is that what they're saying?
I mean, I don't know if I want to go
All
that
toys
far.
are cherry white people
Cherry
or
white
angry.
people. Or angry.
angry potato
Definitely
heads.
angry. I'm a married spud.
I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud. Yeah, no, I would love like even that. Like put a Toy Story, the store that's in Toy Story 2. Make that.
Oh, what was it called?
Make
Something
Al's Barn.
fun. Al's Barn.
Make it.
Al's Barn.
How lit would that be?
That would be so cool. Well, they definitely do that. Like they sometimes for Bob's Burgers, they'll do like a pop-up shop where they make all the burgers from the show. So these
yeah.
things, like these activations, or like the Seinfeld restaurant. Sometimes they'll like open it up.
Yeah, I
and
remember
they'll
that
do
a
those
couple years
ones.
ago. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like a thing. The diner was open in New York, but it was way like smaller or something.
It's a
like
different,
that.
like the diner from the outside and the actual diner from the inside are just different,
Complete different
things
places.
altogether.
That diner doesn't really exist, right?
No,
the
it
one in the
doesn't.
show.
It's a
That's a
set.
set. Yeah.
Well, all the
exactly.
things from Seinfeld are
Are all
shot
set.
in L.A. Fun fact. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I know. It broke my heart when I heard that too.
So no black people, and they were in New York.
There was.
actually.
They actually sprinkled in black people.
They had
unlike-
black people. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lawyer. He was my favorite.
Yeah,
black
Jackie Childs.
That guy is the
Criminal.
man.
That was preposterous. who told you to get creepy?
Yo,
Who told you to get
the
annoyed?
fact that they never repeated that type of character again in like any show I can think
well,
of.
he was. You know who he's supposed to be?
Who?
He's supposed to be Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's preposterous.
But like,
It's hypocritical.
speaking of Johnny
Antithetical.
Cochran, let's go there.
Oh.
American Justice, is that what
I
it's called?
think-
American Criminal Story, was it
American
Crimes?
Crime
American
Story.
Crime Story,
Like the O.J. Simpson story.
Same
and now
creators.
They're doing a new one. Well,
Yeah.
they did the Versace story, I think, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Well, that ain't gonna slap.
I didn't watch it.
That's
either.
not gonna slap.
It didn't speak to me personally. But
Yeah.
then now they're doing the Clinton
Versace story to me wasn't polarizing enough. This one,
I didn't even know about it.
this one is gold.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's
Oh
gold,
my
Jerry.
God.
It's gold.
I hope that they throw in like a
For those of you-
LimeWire
for
or a
those of you who don't
Napster
know,
scene.
It's for Bill Clinton.
I did not have sexual
did not
relations
have sexual
with that
relations
woman. I want one person to download a song
That's
and
how it
just
ends.
get that. That's, how it ends.
ends.
Oh, that would be gold.
And years later.
Oh, that would be gold. But no, I'm excited for this.
Well, so for those of you who don't know, so American Crime Story is doing the Bill Clinton impeachment of Monica,
Yes.
of him and over the Monica Lewinsky situation. It's interesting because all of the casting are people that I would have not have thought to cast in this.
Oh, okay.
Like Clive Owen as Bill Clinton.
I didn't. This is the thing about Clive Owen. He's such a good actor, and like
Clive
their
Owen's very-
prosthetics
he's
were
very
very
Scottish.
good too. Those prosthetics they
But
put
then
on
he
him,
sounds like Bill Clinton.
dog. The British are just better. Like we just need to.
Pissed.
We got to just come to that realization.
pissed.
The British
I
are
refuse.
just
Wow.
better.
Wow, colonialism's nuts. Wow. Wow.
We're here.
Wow.
We're here.
The
I'm
imperialists-
reverting.
The imperialists.
I'm reverting back.
babes.
Babes. Oi, babes. Oi, babes.
They can't be beat, babes. They can't be beat.
They're incredible.
They're nuts.
When it comes to this acting
They're
shit,
mud ting,
they're on a
babes.
mud ting, bro.
Raw.
Absolutely peak, bro.
Things painful.
Painful.
It's
Dog,
Remember when you first heard British slang and you're like, I don't know what this
Adulthood.
means, but it sounds great.
Adulthood was the first
You're
movie.
right. And you put me onto that and I was nuts.
Fucking insane. It was so good.
We digress.
We
Bill
digress.
Clinton.
Yes, it has me excited. The first trailer I saw was just Monica Lewinsky walking through the White House to the Oval.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just behind
I
her
have
the whole
files to
time.
take
And
to Mr.
I'm
President.
after 2 steps, I'm like, this is Monica Lewinsky.
Miss-
I know that hairstyle
Wait a
anywhere.
minute.
That hairstyle's iconic.
I know those carpets.
It was either Monica Lewinsky or Rosie O'Donnell. And I'm like, Rosie ain't. This is not a Rosie was never in the White House.
Rosie O'Donnell?
From behind?
Why would it
Monica Lewinsky don't look like Rosie O'Donnell from
Why would Rosie
behind?
O'Donnell be in the White House? Why would that even
That's
be a
what I
film?
said. That's what I said.
Why
That was
would
my
that
second
even-
thought.
And
I
you
was
can
like,
hear her
Rosie
voice.
in the White House.
She sounds like the female
What
Gilbert
is she
Gottfried.
fighting for? To get married?
No, she was a big.
Maybe.
She was big in 9/11 conspiracy
Was she?
theorist. Yeah. She was like, steel beams don't burn.
She was one of the celebs
Yeah, she
that
was
were
big.
like
She was
big
big in
on
that.
that.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was her
she was
thing.
ostracized.
Yeah. Well, they kicked her off the View. That's how Whoopi gets there. Wow. Crazy, eh? Science.
So did Whoopi...
I think Whoopi was just like, quite frankly, I don't care.
Quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Quite frankly, my dear, hate me.
Dog,
But the trailer looks really good.
Really
They got
good.
Edie Falco from The Sopranos is
Yep.
going to be Hillary Clinton. That's pretty good casting.
I mean-
Sarah Paulson's in everything, and she's in this.
she is in everything lately.
That
Like,
lady keeps a paycheck.
she knows how to diversify, which is really dope.
I would disagree. I think she played the same, a little off kilter.
Wonder Woman?
Sarah Paulson.
Wait, am I thinking about the same person?
You're not thinking of the same person.
Who am I thinking about?
I have Wonder
From
Woman.
SNL.
Oh, you're thinking Tina Fey.
No. Oh, you know who I'm thinking of? Oh, I love
Oh, you're
Sarah
thinking
Paulson.
Amy Poehler
Is that her name?
from
Bridesmaids?
No,
Bridesmaids.
that's Tina Fey, fam.
No, it isn't Tina Fey.
Tina Fey's in Bridesmaids.
No, she's not. She's not in Bridesmaids. It's Kirsten Wiig. That's what I'm thinking about. Tina Fey.
We're just naming white people.
Throwing off white
ladies.
SNL cast members.
Candace Bergen.
No, Kirsten Wiig is who I thought.
I know Kristen Wiig. Yeah.
That's why I was like, yo, she's diversifying.
Now, if Kristen Wiig was in this, I'd be like, all right, come on.
You think Sarah Paulson
Kristen
plays the
Wiig
same
was
person?
in Wonder. Sarah Paulson's fam. Bird Box, all the American Horror Stories, Nurse Ratched.
I mean,
She's-
I think
she
she's
plays
good
like
at
a
playing
little-
mysterious.
Not mysterious, a little creepy.
Yeah,
and
but it's
very cold.
mysterious. There's a mysteriousness to
And
it.
a little
like,
unhinged.
A little mystique.
She loves being an unhinged
Yeah,
person.
unhinged. Unhinged is
That's
good.
where she lives.
I would have.
She's a good actress. Like, she's good at what she does.
I would have rathered her in Gone Girl.
Yeah, but you immediately know she's nuts. You see her.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but in the
Oh,
thing
okay,
for Gone
okay,
Girl,
yeah, I see what you mean.
You don't know until you know.
When you know, though, those
And
eyes
you're like,
change.
It makes all the sense.
When you know those,
She's a
that
great
girl's
actress.
eyes change.
Rosamund Pike, great actress.
Yeah, she's really good. She's
she hasn't
really
done
good.
enough. Like she does. I feel like she should be working more.
Yeah,
But she's a legend.
yeah, man.
She would have been crazy in this too as well.
This
Haven't seen it.
the OJ series was really amazing.
The one with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yes, and-
yeah.
No,
and
was it
Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson?
She was the exactly. They brought her
Ah,
back.
I knew she was the lawyer
She
in that.
was Marsha.
Can't remember her name. but
Marsha.
She was the lawyer. She was the head prosecutor. No,
Somebody's yelling at their headphones right now. They're like, "It's Marsha
whatever.
Clark."
Who knows, man?
I don't know. Whatever. She was
Yeah.
the prosecutor.
Yeah,
And Courtney B. Vance was in it as Johnny.
it was a great series, and
was really
this
good.
looks like it's being shot the same way, like
Sterling K.
told
Brown
the
was in it
same
too.
way. Is it going to be a mini series?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
it's
it's the same format.
did they say how many episodes? I'm guessing 6.
6. That's the kind of
That's
formula.
standard, right? It's usually 6.
6 to 8. I don't see this being 10.
And did they say a streaming platform?
Is this not HBO?
Is it HBO
I think
again?
it's HBO.
Jesus,
HBO keeps a classic in the top.
They're
fam.
so good at picking shows.
Let me not speak for my ass.
that their streaming service is trash. Have you seen people
I have.
complaining about it? HBO Max, they hate it.
Yeah, they're like, it's glitchy. Why is it glitchy?
People, a girl said, I can put on HBO Max, go and make a coffee, sip it, and then the shit will
really?
start.
It loads that long.
And I'm like, are you guys dead ass?
what year is this? 2006?
It's wild. But this show is going to be incredible, I think. It's going to bring up some old wounds for Mr. Clinton.
It's FX.
Do you think that do they have to get permission from Bill Clinton to play Bill Clinton? I would assume that they'd have to if you're using my likeness.
I don't think so, because you're technically a public figure. So I think it gets a little murky at that point. Like, you don't need permission to play a president.
No?
No.
Even if you're saying you're that president?
I don't think so.
You're using my name.
I think when it becomes, when it's you're defaming somebody, defamous.
Well,
but you're not defaming him if it's in the
he
public
said
record.
it was a lie, though.
So let me give you an example. No, they didn't. Well, they caught him. Well, they have like he came out as a lie, and then have I never told you the story about like one of his greatest speeches of all time?
Yeah, you told me about that, but you never. I didn't hear about how.
So he comes because they end up finding his semen on her dress. Hey, spoiler, happened in '94.
He nutted on her dress.
I mean, something
Bill.
that's everywhere. I mean, Bill seems like a wild boy.
Make her swallow every drop, brother.
One of the maybe she's dribbling. Who knows?
Leave no evidence.
I don't know. But one of his, the National Prayer Breakfast happened like I think the month later. And he gets up and he does
prayer breakfast.
Yeah, it's like all
manipulation.
Religion.
Nice.
Yeah, but he's a religious guy, and it's a thing. So he goes there and he tells this great speech and this big long story about redemption. But you don't quite know it's about redemption. He's talking about the prodigal son and all of these interesting stories. And eventually,
Cain and Abel.
You see, people.
I see Obama and Clinton at the same time.
People. You understand? My Obama's far better than my Clinton.
Yeah. Everyone is.
Everyone is. But he loops this big long story about redemption and understanding people, and people make mistakes, but the real story is about coming back, and that's America's story, and that's whatever. And eventually, the guy who was telling me the story is like, eventually gets to the point of redemption, and everybody's sitting there like, this
motherfucker.
And you're like, everybody's sitting there like, I hate him, but I love him. This boat. He led me.
He framed it.
You know when somebody tells you a joke where you know the punchline, but you're like, no, but well done.
Well done on getting there. Yeah.
Wow, all tens up here.
Okay.
So that's how we kind of copped to it in a certain sense.
So is that how this is going to end?
Essentially, that'd be great. But like another film where they stayed away from it was a movie called Primary Colors with John Travolta. So he basically plays a Bill Clinton character.
I heard of this.
It's an interesting film, and it's funny. It's more funny, if anything. It's about like him running as president.
Yeah.
But it's not Bill Clinton, but it is. Like he comes out.
Yeah.
He sounds
it's
like
obvious that
he's
it's
got the
him.
white hair. He's got the southern accent.
See, because that's my thing. It's like,
but
I would not
the reason
assume
they couldn't
that.
say it is because they weren't talking about Monica Lewinsky. They were talking about his illegitimate child during the campaign, which is another story.
Yeah.
But that's like that was never confirmed, so you can never come out and say that's the thing
because
that
that would be defamation. Okay. Well, that explains why the Aaliyah movie was made on Lifetime.
Because there's nothing.
They probably just didn't need any permission whatsoever.
Yeah.
But that was defamation because of how bad it was.
It was ugly.
It was just so bad. They had American Apparel clothes. There was an iPhone in that movie.
Is that the one? There's an iPhone.
There's an
I thought
iPhone
that was
in
the
that
biggie,
movie.
the Tupac one.
Maybe that one too. But I know in Aaliyah there was definitely an iPhone in that movie. American Apparel clothing all throughout.
Yuck.
Like you guys didn't even try.
Is that Spanx?
And I don't think they couldn't use her music.
No.
And it was just like really weird.
Because that's licensing, so you can't do that.
It was really weird. So you get in the booth and be like, and they cut to the next scene, and I'm just like,
They're like, it sounds great, Aaliyah. It sounds great.
what is the point of this?
Keep it going.
Jesus, it was bad. But no, I'm excited to see this, and this show is gonna be really dope.
It's from FX, by the way.
FX,
Which is another sleeper. Speaking of FX, guess who's coming back soon?
Snowfall.
No. The other FX series.
You scared me. Had heart palpitations.
The
I was
other
like,
FX
so
series.
quickly.
The most
Atlanta,
important. Yes.
2022, early 2022.
And there might be back-to-back seasons. Filmed in the can.
This is the thing, right?
One season's ready in the can.
How long have we waited now? 3 years?
Almost.
It's been almost
Teddy
3
Perkins
years.
was like a long time ago.
Teddy Perkins, is that a real person?
So there's lots of controversy, right? Like some of it's borrowed. The whole story is really Michael Jackson-esque, but a part of it's also like the Stevie Wonders of like being a child prodigy. Some of that's built into that as well. So there's a few stories that they build into it. Like that's why it's scored with Stevie Wonder on the top and the bottom.
There's no actual Teddy Perkins?
No, there's no such thing as
So
Teddy Perkins.
what is that story, that news story of basically a Teddy Perkins character?
Character?
No, like I saw the video. It was Teddy Perkins. And he's in a restaurant and like people are like taking videos with him and like saying, hey, yeah. And I'm like, wait, huh? Is Teddy Perkins like a real thing that he just inserted into the show, or did Childish just go? Was it one of those like Arnold Schwarzenegger walk into a restaurant, forget you're wearing the makeup?
That's what they did at the Emmys.
What do you mean?
Had somebody dressed up as Teddy Perkins.
Oh yeah, and sitting in the audience, right?
Is that
Childish or not? And then he came out and accepted like an award.
And they're like, oh, there's two. Is it?
And it was So I'm like, I feel like I don't know if he's doing that on purpose.
Donald strikes me as a guy who would do something.
I feel like it's his
MO.
Andy Kaufman.
He
with how like he used to do the doubles, have people go out and pretend like it was him.
I think he enjoys the ness of it, like the facade, the play acting.
Yeah,
is it performance theater?
He definitely strikes me as like a Banksy type of actor.
Well, big time.
Yeah,
big time.
Definitely.
He's such a creative guy that he's like, yeah, I'll try it.
And he wants the impact to be fast. Like really hard hitting and fast.
Like, oh yeah, you did it.
Yeah, like this is America and fucking
big time. Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he loves moments, creating moments.
He does.
And I feel like that Teddy Perkins shit is just another moment. And by the sounds of this, what's in store for this next 2 seasons? It's going to be some more moments.
Well, he's a tremendous writer. Yeah, and he paired up himself with
his brother too.
His brother is
a great writer.
He brought his brother on for writing Community.
Yeah,
when they got drafted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Community.
Yeah, Community.
Yeah. But
it was after 30 Rock.
The director
Simpsons.
was brilliant. Hero, I forget his last name. That whole they ensembled themselves a great situation. But FX is really a big driver in all of this.
Yeah.
But I know they're moving somewhere.
I feel like Dave.
I just finished Dave.
Just completely watched Atlanta and said,
we can do it.
Let's try this white version.
Let's try it.
White rapper version.
It's interesting because Dave isn't as absurd, but it's...
Isn't he? He fucks the blow up doll.
Yeah,
and
but
that's like, still, why is that even a part of the show?
That's bad. Like, the whole pee hole thing is, like, weird. But it's not Teddy Perkins weird.
It's just an emphasis on his penis, I found.
But that's
weird.
Just... His name's fucking Little Dicky.
Yeah, but it's like... He harped on that a lot through his music prior, right? And then the show came out, and it was just more of that. It's like,
but I think
Kevin Hart with the short jokes. It's like, okay, we get it.
We get it.
You got a small dick. That's why your name is Lil Dicky. Cool. It doesn't need to be the crutch of every episode.
But I also think that it's like a commentary on itself.
What do you mean?
It's like, I know that I'm talking about the dickness.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about by me talking about it, I'm also like fulfilling me being that type of person. He's like, me talking about it being a joke and the premise of the show is also, he's playing his own character. Like,
I get that.
And then as the show progresses, he's like, I need to grow out of it. It's not a comedy album. It's not this.
Yeah.
We should really be doing music like this. But I'm going to call my album Peanut. You're like, well, this is stupid.
The other two on that show are who surprised me. Andrew Santoro.
That nigga Gator?
And Gator. Yo.
That nigga Gator?
The fact that he's not an actual actor.
Fam.
Blew me away.
I don't know if you've seen this last episode.
I seen the only one I know I seen for sure was where he breaks down and he's just like, bro, I care, bro, and just starts going. It's like the tears are coming from both eyes, and I was just like,
I was beside myself. I was watching this and I was like, this nigga needs an Emmy.
Dog,
he needs whatever Cat Williams got for that album season. Give this nigga the Emmy.
Thank you. Like, he deserved it, bro. He went from like. Almost a jazz-like character where it's like, we know he can act, but he's a necessary part of the show.
Yeah.
And then it just like, you see, it's almost like each episode,
he gets a
little stronger. It's crazy.
Stronger.
Dog.
And if you watch this last episode of the second season, there's just one moment where you don't know exactly the context of what's going on because like conversations are happening, but you don't know where everybody is.
Yeah.
And it's a zoom in on him, and he's weeping, which you're like, I whatever he's feeling, I am feeling it.
Yo,
and I'm like, wow, this nigga's great at acting. This is so good. And then it happens, and you're so happy for him. You're like, oh, I'm so happy.
You're in the house just hugging a pillow.
This nigga's doing
have you ever caught yourself gripping a pillow while watching a show?
100%.
I was
100%.
disgusted with myself.
I was like, nigga, get off me.
I threw it. I was like,
Have your an inanimate object, nigga, how dare
broke
you?
a glass. I didn't give a shit. I was like, yeah, break shit in this house. I'm a man.
Yep, that's right. Pull up to me, see what happens.
Dog. But yeah, no, I'm excited for Atlanta, obviously.
I just think there's a lot of content coming out of that FX facility and that group that I'm happy where this keeps going. And if Dave is any good example of like the kind of content that they're fostering, also our favorite Snowfall, this makes me very happy.
Yeah, they're moving in definitely the right direction. I would not mind another Fargo season as well. Still haven't seen the Chris Rock one.
It's so good.
So I'm going to.
It's so
There's
good.
just
It's okay.
too much
No
to
rush.
watch.
No, it's fine.
Too
It's
much.
great. You have all the time in your
I
hands.
got Love Island. It's just a lot right
Like,
now.
if you put
it's a lot
Island
happening.
over Fargo,
Yes,
it's
I am.
hilarious.
Yes, I am.
You're nuts.
Love Island's happening right now.
Unrelated.
Fargo is forever.
I'm sorry. So I went on a date, unrelated, but we talked about The Bachelor. I know it's disgusting. Terrible, and it was
You
actually
went on a
enjoyable.
what?
I know it's so weird.
You?
Who am I? I'm shocked too. I'm shocked, but I told people I'm back outside.
Oh my God.
And then I was back outside.
You different.
I know it's terrible. It's nuts. But we talked about The Bachelor. I did not watch this other Bachelor. I just
The
watched
Racist
it.
Bachelor?
No, there's a new one. I didn't even know.
there's another
I didn't know
one.
they ran back-to-back seasons.
Wow.
But homegirl from this other one.
Boys on that one.
Your boy's on it?
In this one that just passed, is it the nigga from Hamilton who just won?
The one who. No, he didn't win.
Of course you didn't win. He's your boy.
I would say my
Oh, my nigga's the next Bachelor. He's the fiance.
The Bachelor.
What, you're gonna tell us who your boy is? Or
Yeah, who is he on the
I
show?
want you to guess which one he is.
I don't watch the show, nigga.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
We don't watch the
I
show.
just said I was on a date. She told me about it.
He was about to fight everybody on the show.
Nice.
I'm trying to live class.
So okay, all right, stay on task. So the guy, apparently there's a lot of melee was going on. Homegirl had four guys to pick from. One guy had a child at home, so he FaceTimed his kid, and the kid's like, "Where's Daddy coming home? Daddy, are you mad at me? How come you're not home?" So he's like, "Listen, sis, it's been great, but I gotta leave." She's like, "No, come back. You're the one I want to pick." He's like, "Sorry, kid comes first." So he dips. I'm butchering. I'm sure people watch it. I'm butchering it.
The
but
kid said, "Dad, are you mad at me?"
yeah, he's like 4, so he doesn't know why dad's missing. I'm not gonna critique this kid's logic. I think it's
Imagine
stupid
his
as
dad
well.
like beat his ass before he left.
All right, I'm gonna.
Did you throw that pillow across the room and break a glass?
I'm gonna go fight 24 niggas for one woman. So
I'll be back, little
I'm
nigga.
gonna holler at you. See you in
Jesus
6 to 8
Christ.
months. So he leaves. Another guy comes up, and him and homegirl are bonding over trauma, which is like typical of these shows.
Oh, yeah.
Bonding over trauma. And then
bond.
he says something that kind of throws her off, and she's like, I'm ready to leave. So Triz's boy, his name is Carl Smith. He's a speaker.
Carl Smith, a speaker.
Nigga, he's a speaker? What is this?
Tell him to come speak.
Is he the speaker box in the Love Below? What is?
Tell him to come.
Definitely get his experience on being
I would love to
He's a
critique
success
his
coach.
I've got so many questions.
No,
Just warn him.
You might
that-
win some, but you just lost one, huh? I don't know.
Well done. No.
Business is not booming.
So guys, everything. But you lost though.
All right, team. So winning. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Nigga, win what?
What you won?
Win what? Huh? Can't hear you.
No, but I don't expect black guys to win on that show anyways.
No, not
so
at
he
all.
was already stacked
No,
stacked cards. It's like,
it's just not gonna work.
yeah, no.
I see all that.
Would
to say
love
this.
to talk to him though.
I want to. So I say all this to say this. So 2 niggas that are her first 2 draft picks leave. So
Yeah.
she's stuck with the pips. These 2 niggas who were not going to get picked. So
Lance Bass and Joey.
She just so she just ends up making out with this first guy on one of their, and then she's like, I guess I'm picking this guy. But what I don't understand is my man's like, yeah, I understand, but I'm happy to be with her and whatever. And he's like, I guess I gotta propose. And then I found out there's niggas from Hamilton.
Well, then it all makes sense.
I was like, oh, of course.
There's one-way streets in Hamilton.
Of course.
There's non-stop one-way streets. He's like,
Just-
proposal.
Turn
just
right.
Go,
turn
just
right,
turn right.
Turn
proposal.
right. Back up.
Yeah. People in
3 rights
Hamilton
and you're back
say,
where you
I don't make a
started.
180. I've made a 360 in my life. And they actually are in a different direction.
I was going down the wrong path. I made a right. I made another right. I made another right. And I right back
And
to
now
the same path.
now I'm in Mississauga. Dog.
Now back on the lakeshore.
Yeah, no. That's wild. First of all, I didn't know it was in Canada.
It's not in Canada.
So we're what?
I'm just confused that we're shipping people to the
we're
Bachelor.
shipping Hamiltites,
Hamiltonians.
Hamilites.
Hamilidians. I'm a Hamilidian.
We're shipping Hamilidians to
south of the border.
That's our best export.
Apparently, we
Jesus.
shipped homegirl from which I don't know, she's from Kitchener, Oakville, whatever, and she was on the last season of The Bachelor.
I just need one producer to take a chance on me. Let me create Bachelor Toronto. I'm telling you, shit going up. Bachelorette Toronto.
That's gonna be
one
nuts.
girl, 24 Toronto mans. Oh my goodness.
Just make this a skit. Why don't
Peace,
we
there is
just
this
write this?
Because I don't know 24 Toronto mans.
No, we can just write this.
Okay, we can write it.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
down.
just cut it down to like 5.
Whoa!
Hey, what are
We clarified the gay talk at the start, brother.
What are we doing?
What's this
don't do tie-dye,
Airbnb
guys.
invites? Gentlemen, at least buy me dinner first.
The fake hair flip will always kill me. Nigga, buy me dinner.
Buy me
I see the
dinner
rings
first.
On these fingers.
They got some cheap asshole. Some cheap Negro, you can just bring me to an Airbnb and it's all good because it
I am
is.
not a
It is.
bird.
It is all good.
Just because I drink rosé on the occasion does not make me a bird.
Staircase for her to walk down.
Oh
the
God,
spiral,
the
of
staircase walk
So
down.
many roses. The expenditures on roses.
Listen, there is a number of things that happened over the past
So many things.
2 weeks that we need to get into. First of all, someone critiquing Candyman, which I found hilarious.
The original?
Candyman fell in love with a white woman in the 1800s, got brutally lynched by white folks, and his spirit takes revenge by, checks notes, terrorizing poor black people in the projects. Make it make sense. Your take, sir.
I mean, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. He ain't.
2021, he got to terrorize whites. I feel like that's got to be the remix. That's the digitally remastered Candyman.
But he terrorized the white lady in the movie. That was the whole point.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
he
then-
frames her.
So
And
what
he
are they
sends her
talking
to
about?
jail.
Oh, that's amazing then. Come on.
Matter of fact,
Emma Till's in
as a matter of
in
fact,
heaven,
it's,
like,
it's
yeah.
retribution.
Emma Till gave him the salute from heaven.
That's what reparations is. Send
That
her back to
is.
jail.
Candyman.
That's what it is.
We need a mystic
Candyman.
creature to do it
Reparations.
first. Can't just be any Negro.
Reparations officer Candyman is nuts.
Jesus. Speaking of slaves, Will Smith's Runaway Slave movie put on pause by surge of COVID on the set, and you were thoroughly happy about this.
Good.
Why?
Good.
Why is that?
Why do we need another slave movie, Marlon?
We don't need another slave movie.
And do you want Will Smith? Does this Will Smith? What is Will
This is
Smith?
what I
gonna
don't understand
add?
about black people.
What is he gonna add to the slave dialogue? Tell me that. Riddle me this.
You know what I'm saying? You never heard a slave go, you know what? You know.
I'm making food.
I'm running tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you making chicken feet? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? The ham hocks.
You making ham hocks?
Not the nigga saying, we about to leave. Oh.
Holy shit. But this is what I don't get about black people. On one hand,
We don't want slave movies? Yes.
you don't
So
watch slave
crazy.
movies. But on the other hand, you tell white people not to forget. Which one is it?
I think we have a sufficient amount of a catalog.
You think white people be watching slave movies more than once?
So white people saw Roots, and it is ingrained in their
And they
mind.
never watched another one. They're like, why am I
Have
why
you
am I
ever
doing this?
rewatched Roots? Roots, first of all, Roots is 72
Has anyone
hours.
rewatched a slave movie? And if you have, I have
You're nuts.
serious questions.
Listen, there's some movies that are imprinted on your brain that you don't have to rewatch.
Not even imprinted, just are so fucked that it's like, why indulge
Precious.
again?
I watched Precious.
Oh my God.
And I will never.
Never.
And I could seen I've watched it once in the theater.
I can see her running with the chicken right
That's
now.
not the scene that I would remember personally, but like,
There's too many memorable scenes.
too much.
Monique
Memorable, and I don't want to remember
Monique
them.
acted that a little too well. I'm gonna put that there.
What is she upset about?
Dog.
Is she okay?
Who hurt
Have we talked about this?
I don't know.
Because when
But-
she won the Oscar, we're all like, good, but like, we need to talk about
And it-
how quickly you method acted yourself into this.
Some of the things that we win for, I don't like.
Most of the things we win for, I don't like.
Which, like, do you feel that way too? Right?
I'm not Jr. won for Jerry Maguire, even though I love Jerry Maguire and I love Rod Tidwell. I'm just
What,
like,
who he played. I'm like, first of all,
Is
you
this-
didn't deserve it,
no,
in
not
my
at all.
opinion. And if anything, radio maybe.
No,
Maybe.
Men of Honor.
Oh,
when
yeah,
he was the guy in the suit with Robert De Niro. That's a great movie. That's a great movie. When he's
I've
a
never
deep sea
seen
diver.
that actually. I've never seen that.
oh,
Why?
that's a
I'm
great-
thinking. I
that's a
started
great
thinking about Pearl Harbor for some reason when he's a chef.
No. And he no.
Yes, what a scene!
Men of Honor, where he's a deep sea diver, the first black deep sea diver. Fantastic.
Around that time is when niggas started being the heroes unexpectedly.
Early 2000s.
Early
It was a big run.
2000s, Anaconda, niggas was kind of the hero.
Anaconda being your
Deep Blue Sea.
No, hold on. I'm not over this. No.
That's my starting point.
No.
That's my starting point. It's right here.
Niggas were
We
heroes.
working our way up to
Anaconda. This nigga said, not Shawshank Redemption.
No,
Nah.
he wasn't it. No, Morgan ain't. No.
Not Remember the Titans. My nigga said, niggas were the heroes. Anaconda.
Facts. I'm
Why
lying.
is a nigga in Anaconda?
Was it Ice Cube?
Ice Cube was it? Oh, LL Cool J was
LL Cool J's in Deep
and
Blue
Deep Blue
Sea,
Sea.
and he kills a shark.
He does.
Then Cuba Gooding Jr. comes through, takes down like 9 jets and shit. He helped turn shit around.
I'm really stuck on Anaconda being your first draft pick of
Yeah.
niggas and heroes.
I don't know why I thought of that.
So funny.
I don't know why I thought of TBS
The
Superstation. Dinner and a movie.
John Voight, Jennifer Lopez.
Dog. It would
and
come on
Ice
right
Cube.
after Ed and Eddie.
Whoa, man. Ed and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie.
No,
That was
Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie. I'm thinking about
With-
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. With
Malcolm and Eddie with Malcolm Jamal Warner and Eddie Griffith.
Good show.
What a weird pairing.
But it made sense.
Then
it made sense.
it made sense. Like
Now I'm
Eddie
like,
Griffith
okay.
was in that was like
His heyday.
I would
That's
would
when
say
he
his
dropped
prime.
Voodoo Child.
Voodoo Child, was it Undercover Brother?
Undercover Brother came after that.
Was it after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Undercover Brother was
Legendary.
before its time.
Way before its time.
Like, actually, I need to watch that again now.
It's really funny.
Is it hold up?
It's camp, like it's stupid, but it's really
I said
funny.
White She Devil for probably 10 years.
I still say it.
I think I still do.
I still say it.
White She Devil. That shit was amazing to
I
me.
once saw a guy yell at his white
The
girlfriend
dab.
at the bar. Oh, as,
to get
as
in.
the-
Oh, God, that was
you
great.
are officially black.
That was amazing.
That's beautiful.
It was great.
Keep it down, conspiracy brother. The people, man. The
Nah,
people.
I need to watch it again. It's probably going to hold up like Joanna Man.
Juan Men does not hold up, man.
It's your shit.
You know what's crazy?
It's your shit.
It's that guy's birthday today. Yeah.
What are the odds?
I just
Shout out to
something Nunez.
yeah, no, can't remember his name.
No, I saved.
He was
it
in
too.
Life, no?
He was.
He was the gay guy that runs across the field.
What was his name?
Jangalang.
Jangalang is Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Jangalang.
But that was his boyfriend in the movie.
As the poppy.
As the pappy.
I gotta watch that movie too. What a classic.
Stumbled upon this thread that was absolutely mind blowing. Okay?
Okay.
We
I'm in.
talked about our good friend of the show, the man,
Miguel
the
Nunez
myth,
is Juan.
the legend,
Okay.
Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
And we talked about Miami Vice on this show.
And of course we can't forget Nash Bridges.
Oh, we can't forget Al Bundy, apparently. Al Bundy, a part of Miami Vice.
Oh no! He does look like
in
a coke dealer.
1984
He
as a
looks like
coke dealer.
He looks like a coke.
Bruce
dealer.
Willis playing an arms dealer extraordinaire.
Oh, is that in
beside Tony Amato?
Is that the moonlighting era?
It might have been.
Yeah.
4 months later, he was trading barbs with Sybil Shepherd as PI David Addison in Moonlighting.
See, look at me. I just saw the photo and I knew.
You're sick for that. Season 4 is Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts had a TV show run. Julia
This
Roberts
must have been Pretty
way
Woman.
before Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
She also holds the record, not the record, but the number one worst episode of Law and Order. When
Actually?
she was on, her character was just terrible.
Why was it so bad?
She just wasn't acting well. She just was not good.
Chris Rock plays an eager young records clerk
Oh, look at him.
before he played a crackhead.
Can I get one wing? Can I get one rib? How much for one rib?
One rib.
Can I get a rib? Can I get a rib?
Ben Stiller playing a small-time con named Fast Eddie Fletcher.
That guy looks like an Iranian drug
Dog.
That guy looks like an
He looks like he works at a kiosk selling salts from the Dead Sea.
My friend.
My friend, let me interest
friend.
you in the salts from the Dead Sea for your hands. Very smooth.
Peak price, olive oil.
Steve Buscemi,
My nigga Steve?
the dog,
Nah, my nigga Steve
the man, the
Buscemi's
myth,
the
the
guy.
legend. Willie Nelson in the same
Willie?
episode as Steve Buscemi.
Wow. Why are so many people in Miami Vice?
Dog, Phil Collins. Benicio del Toro,
Wow.
Viggo Mortensen.
Vigo was in Miami Vice?
Dog. Vigo.
Fam.
Dog.
All Mads was in this episode. That's crazy. What a crazy
Kramer.
series. Michael Richards.
Michael Cosmo Kramer Richards.
What? Michael?
There's a nigga up there.
Kramer, relax.
Stanley Tucci.
My man, Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci. That's
Big
another
Stan?
underrated guy, man.
Legend.
Legend.
The
Everybody
range?
knows him
The
too.
range on Big Stan?
Hey,
Nah.
Big Stan.
Big Stan.
Big Stan.
That nigga's
Sonny
deep,
Crockett. Lawrence Fishburne.
Larry? When they were calling that nigga Larry Fishburne?
Larry.
Hey, yo, Larry.
Hey, I know that nigga. His name is Larry.
That nigga's name is Larry. No, I go by Lawrence now. That nigga, your name's Larry.
John Turturro.
That guy's a legend.
He is also a legend.
AK Spike Lee's favorite white guy.
Range as well. Super range.
Turturro? Oh,
yeah,
of course.
super range. Kids movies.
When he was
adult comedies.
When he was Jesus in the Big Lebowski.
Oh shit.
Legend.
Wow. You went back for that one. Michael Madsen. Who else is in it? Oh, is that
Michael
Ving
Madsen?
Rhames? Ving Rhames in this bitch?
Ving Rhames?
Wow. Ron Perlman. Hellboy.
When he was thin.
Wow. Ian McShane.
Ian McShane's
Legend.
Nah, he's a legend.
Legend.
Great voice.
Great everything.
voice.
Temperament.
Yeah.
Temperament's on A1. Who is this? Little
great.
Richard was in fucking Miami Vice,
Ba
bro.
ba ba loo up a wham bam boom.
Somebody said that Little Richard was in Life.
Little Richard's in Life.
He's in the movie Life, allegedly.
Is
Hold
he?
on.
Little Richard's in Life.
Richard.
Little Richard died actually relatively recently, and he used to make
Life
pop-ups, so I wouldn't be
movie.
surprised. But I don't.
I want to know if he's the little guy
He's
in
not-
the wheelchair telling the story. Is
no,
that
the
him?
guy telling the story is the guy who's there. He's there with them.
Oh yeah. He
He's-
is
he's
there.
in
Yeah.
prison with
Yeah. I don't know. I
But he
I'll look it up.
That could have been.
I don't know. But yeah,
Possible.
it seems
Little
like
Richard.
everybody, like Miami Vice
Miami Vice
was
is
bigger than we would even think that it was.
It was huge, but it was basically like the catch-all. Like if you want to get a good TV spot, you can get on.
It's like Law and Order.
Exactly like Law. No,
SVU, sorry.
The original Law and Order was the one that everybody because
Kinda
21
got it.
seasons.
Yeah.
So there's like, so many feature performances.
Then it turned into Grey's Anatomy was the next one.
Everybody no, it was ER, and then it was Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, ER. Well, yeah, no, yeah. ER had a lot of different
ER,
patients that
yeah,
went on
people
to be.
used to pop in and out.
Yeah.
And then
Friggin-
secretly House used to be like that too. People used to come and
Shonda
feature
Rhimes
on
is
House.
rude though. She would use majority of her patients as actors later on in other
course.
shows.
Legend.
Like
Test it.
pretty much all of Scandal lead characters were all on Grey's Anatomy. I've seen them throughout the seasons.
Every long running show usually tests somebody out first.
Yeah.
And then they bring them back. Sopranos is like that.
Well,
There's
that's just
some
how
guys
it
from
works in the
Sopranos who
acting
got used to
world.
brought back again.
Yeah, that's just how it works in the acting world in general, right? Like, there's so many shows that you get on as like a one episode here,
Yeah.
one episode there. Like, I've done the show Murders and Murders, where it's like basically one of those recanting a murder story type shits, and we're doing the adaptation or whatever. And like, there's tons of actors that have done that, and then boom, they're out of here with like 2 more roles.
Well, that's what happens. You do a good job, and then you go on a run, or like a series little situation, or they bring you back like, we don't like you right now, but I have something in mind for you a little later on. It's
Unless
just
you're
about
like
showing off.
Joey from Friends. Or
Did he ever-
Jesse from what's it called?
John
Breaking
Stamos.
Bad.
Oh, I was thinking
No,
Jesse, Uncle Jesse.
John Stamos. No, Jesse from Breaking Bad. He, I think he had just done like a commercial before that, and he was on Price is Right.
Really?
There's a clip of him on Price
Is
is
that
Right.
all he did before?
I think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Joey as well. I think he did like a cereal commercial, and then he got the part as Joey on Friends.
Really?
Yeah, the spinoff was horrible. Did you see that?
I do remember
Out
the
of
spinoff.
all people on Friends, they decide to give a spinoff to Joey. Not Rachel, not Monica, not Chandler.
Well, they thought Rachel was going to be. Well, they thought Jennifer Aniston was going to be a real movie actress.
Well, she was done. Yeah, she was finished.
I think David Schwimmer wanted to be a director. That's why he was making stupid money. And I think Joey was just like, well, and also Matthew Perry, Luke Perry, Matthew Perry, Chandler,
Sure.
Matthew Perry. There's
Sure.
2 Perrys. It's Matthew
Yeah,
Perry.
Luke.
Anyways, that guy.
Yeah.
He
John. Closius Perry.
I think he was doing movies by that point. Remember, like the whole 9 yards. He was like, it was in movies after that. Not good ones, but he was trying to be a movie actor. So I think it was going to be him.
He should have Michael
or Lisa
Cera.
Kudrow.
If he Michael Cera his way, he would have been fine. Because if you just played
Matthew Perry was just
Chandler,
playing Matthew Perry,
just play Chandler the whole time. then you'll be good.
I think he did that though. And
Did
it
he?
Still didn't work.
Wow, it just didn't convert.
It
Huh?
just you know what movie he was in? Remember that Zac Efron movie
No,
where he goes back and like Matthew Perry he goes.
I've never seen a
himself?
Zac Efron movie.
No, okay. I think
Yeah.
it was 17.
Never seen
17 again. That's the name of the film.
I've
That's
heard
what
of
is.
it.
Yeah.
Never
That's
seen it.
It's Matthew Perry. And Matthew Perry turns
And he
into
turns
Zac
into
Efron,
him?
which is who's going to believe that?
The fuck? What kind of digivolve? Zac Efron digivolve to Matthew Perry,
Zac Efron's like, y'all got
didn't
me,
sign up for
y'all
this.
got me fucked up.
right? Y'all could call Leo.
Y'all got me
Ryan Reynolds.
fucked up.
You got a bunch of white boys that look good. Chris Evans. None of these
Chris
niggas.
Evans wasn't big by that point.
Well, yeah, I guess.
But I'm sure Zach's like, but I know this nigga named Chris Evans.
Down the street.
Hook my boy
You
up.
want to act? He's talking about Captain America and some next shit.
He want to act.
All he do walk around with a shield is weird.
All they do is to be or not to be. He want to act. Want to act. Give it a good chance.
But yeah, no. That it was just a weird move. I would have picked Phoebe personally. I think Phoebe's the only funny
What are you
person
gonna-
on that show.
So what's funny is I was watching this YouTube series about like people who get spin-offs
Yeah.
and why they crater. So I was watching one about all the people from Seinfeld and they call it the Seinfeld curse, how everybody tried to make their thing.
Yeah.
So some of these shows weren't bad
Elaine
in
worked.
premise.
Veep?
That's way later.
Oh, you're talking about like right after.
because they opened with Michael Richards. They had the Michael Richards show, which lasted like 9 episodes.
See,
But
they
it was
go.
him-
Why do they do that? They always go to that character.
But here's the thing: they always go for like the goofy
He's Joe.
guy.
Yeah, he's Joey of that show.
But everybody loves them. Everybody wants to see that person.
Maybe
again.
that's why.
But what was crazy was him and the writers, because they brought writers from Seinfeld. They were like, let's make it like a Columbo. Like he's a private investigator, and he's just goofy, but he's not like Kramer goofy.
Okay.
And the executive producers, because it's from the same network, they're like, nah, we want Kramer.
goofy. Yeah, we want
so
Kramer.
you can see in the episodes, it slowly devolves into him
More just being Kramer.
as a private investigator. That blows up. And then Jason Alexander makes his own show where he's like a self-help guru. It's called Bob Patterson. He's like, I'm the number 3 best self-help guru in the country. And it's a funny premise, but it works as like small skits. Like it would work now.
Yeah,
But it did not work then.
it's tough when like because this is the thing, right? I feel like it would have worked for them if they started doing projects while they're still on the show, because
No,
then
I
you
think
don't
that
get.
you need a cooling off period, especially when
Really?
it's something that big. All that people can recognize you as, like, so Elaine
No, but
doesn't
Jesse-
make a show until way later.
Okay.
She makes a show called Old Christine with Agent Coulson from Marvel as her ex-husband. It's an interesting show. She's like a divorced lady trying to figure out her life. That comes later, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, it's Elaine!" But it's been 13 years since
Yeah.
Seinfeld, so like, I just want to see what what
Yeah.
this person's up to. When it's like the 3rd week after the show ended, they're like, "Michael Richards show." You're like, "All right, Kramer, what do you got?"
That's what I'm saying.
too much, too soon.
It's either you start it before the show ends, and so that, and I mean before the show ends, like as soon as you start seeing the show gets hot,
You got to start your own
you
project.
got to start
Do
something,
something else.
Immediately.
You got to be working somewhere else.
Because if you don't, that's when you get stuck in that bubble. And I'm trying to think of examples. Like for example, we talk about Bridesmaids.
Yep.
Kristen Wiig, who broke out. Jenny McCarthy broke out. A bunch of them broke
Jenny
out.
McCarthy?
Is that her name? Jenny McCarthy. She played that.
I know, yeah,
she had the sitcom.
But it's not Jenny McCarthy though.
She had this.
But I know what you're talking about. It's not Jenny McCarthy.
Who am I talking about?
Not
talking about the
Mike
British
and
girl.
Molly.
Yes.
Her. Jenny McCarthy used to be a Playboy model who
Oh,
dated Jim
Jesus.
Carrey.
So what's her name?
It's something McCarthy though.
Mike and Molly cast?
We've done this before too.
Did we do this before?
We've done this before. We just keep forgetting her name.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
God, I knew
Yeah,
McCarthy
yeah.
was there.
I'm like, Jenny McCarthy is not.
I jerked off to her last week. I will have you know.
Not anymore.
Not the same one. But yeah, like people like that who.
Well, they know they capitalize, right?
Yeah.
So you get a small part and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. This works. I like where this is going. Let me see if I can flip this into something else. And you have to diversify yourself a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But when people, especially back in the 90s and early 2000s, you're just happy this thing's taken
Jaleel
off.
White.
And you kind of enjoy just being on the show. So you're like, fuck it. I'm just
Yeah.
on the show. Like it's good money.
You don't
I
really
have
see
to
an
work
end
too hard.
either.
We're going to hang out.
Yeah.
It's going to do our thing. It's very hard to be like, let me start flipping this into other shit that I want to keep working.
I don't know if it's hard
Diversify
because
the bond.
you're
You have to want to, I should say.
yeah, you gotta want to, because I feel like your your value, your worth is at its peak during that moment when the show gets really hot. Right before it turns into like a classic or anything like that, you gotta strike then.
Yeah.
Because by the time it turns into a classic, it's over. Fucking Alfonso Ribeiro went and did In the House.
Oh, yeah, with LL Cool J.
And it was...
And what's his face? And John Amos.
They want to pretend like that had nothing to do with Fresh Prince when I'm like, this is the exact
same
blueprint, aside from the fact that he's already a big star and he's not like... It's not like
this makes no sense.
He had no money and he's getting into money.
Right.
So it was... And then the transition music was Fresh Princey. The setups.
In their defense, everything in the 90s was the same transition music.
Just speak. You've been speaking the whole episode, and then he goes,
I don't know what that means.
Friggin', they had the transitions. I mean, the music. Like, I understand the setups were all the same.
No, but
outside of the house,
the transition music is very similar. Like between
it's sickening.
Smart Guys, Sister.
They had some good ones.
Listen, the best ones were the Jamie Foxx show. Jamie Foxx show had a great transition. Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
I love
Or you
those.
have like the happy episodes, like do, and then they have the sad ones.
The jazzy piano.
I'm like, oh shit,
That shit was great.
Shit's gonna go down back in the hotel.
Fancy. What else happened? We talked about Atlanta, American Crime Story. The young, black, and thriving meet the future of South LA from executive producer Issa Rae comes Sweet Life, Los Angeles. How do you feel about this?
Looks great. I thought it was going to be like College Hill, where it's going to be black people being a little reckless, but it's not. It's just happy black people winning together, and that does not make you feel good. Does not make you.
I was
feel
like, Issa Rae,
happy.
man, you just keep doing these things that is just like,
what a legend. Good for her.
So they're right here.
Talk about diversifying your portfolio. There it is.
But it goes to show how, like, there's so many black people that have been doing this media thing, this entertainment thing for so long, have accumulated so much money, and it seems like only the new generation of black talent, for the most part, I won't say only, because obviously you had Sidney Poitier and Denzel, who reached back and brought up a lot of the younger people.
But it's specifically acting. She's diversifying the whole platform.
Yeah,
like
but
the whole,
like the younger people in general,
industry.
like Donald Glover, her, Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
They're all like revolutionizing what it means to be black in film.
Yep.
With things that are not hard to do, things that could have been done by the Whoopies and all those people before, and it's like, I don't know if it's because
I think there's also a vision, though. I think sometimes if it's not popular or it's something that you're not even interested in, like just industry wise, it's very hard for you to go be like, let me make a show for like young black industry folks who want to maybe express their talent.
Yeah.
How would that even look like? Sorry, I don't want to like hang the blame on the older generation.
Well, I'll go a step further than that. I feel like it's kind of like Cardinal to Drake. Like Mishi Me to Cardinal to Drake. You need someone to do, you got to get the footsteps there first. So then you could step in those footprints and then go a little further. And
the great relay race of the industry.
Yeah. I still don't feel like they did enough. But I do also understand obviously the internet plays a huge role 100%. These days in terms of finding talent and being able to distribute freely, you know what I mean? But also
and easily
without any middleman.
Yep.
But also I feel like the protecting of your spot back in the time when you couldn't just go on the internet and just let out your woes and thousands of people come help you. That was not a thing back then.
Thing at all.
The Wizard of Oz witch that was in there, and I guess the majority of the cast suffered all these things and continued to stay on the set of this movie and finish the movie, almost dying. She got second-degree burns, poisoning, aluminum poisoning, emphysema, a whole bunch of shit. And these people kept going. Why? Because they knew if they spoke out,
you're done. You can't
finished.
Work. Yeah.
Right? And I feel like a lot of the black people that came before us probably felt that way about their positions. and didn't want to shake the table too much.
I think they shook the table in different ways.
Yeah,
I think they insulated their community. I think they brought who they could bring.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was modes in which were radical for the time, but us looking back, you're like, that's it. Like,
I think they did a great job in
today.
protecting black stories sometimes.
100%.
Because,
100%.
and especially protecting black artists, because I've heard the stories of like Dave Chappelle and certain black artists or actors that have risen up and the powers that be come and sit him down like, yo,
Listen.
we need to have a talk because you're
Here's what
about
this
to be
is.
out here. You're about to represent all of us. Got Oprah in the room, Denzel, Jamie Foxx, Quincy, all of them sitting down with you being like, you're the next one.
Denzel, Oprah, Jamie Foxx,
You say what you want.
Quincy Jones. Is Jamie Foxx in that group though?
He's in that group now.
Now he is.
Yeah, now.
Not when Dave Chappelle was coming out.
No, not when Dave Chappelle's coming up. No. He's definitely way further than Dave Chappelle when Dave Chappelle's coming up. But I don't think he was in the elite of, the High Council of Blacks.
I wouldn't have put him. I see he's like a junior member. I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't.
Do you remember the Stonecutters?
Yeah. You know?
We do. Who keeps the Negroes under lock? That's great.
I have not thought about that, and so
That's a
hilarious.
great fucking episode. I love that
That's
episode.
hilarious.
The Illuminati parody is great.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I do feel like the black
But I
creators of today are just bring things to another level. Like this show in particular, you have a lot of wealthy young black people living in LA. Some of them not so wealthy, chasing their dreams.
Of course.
And you get to watch that journey. We just saw that with Bling Empire with the Asian cast.
Oh,
right?
I was going to compare this to like Last Chance U, but like a different take to it.
How so?
Not in the sense of the content of Last Chance U, right? But like not
Storytelling, you mean?
the storytelling
Okay.
of like here are people and stories that you ordinarily probably wouldn't have seen, and people who are out there trying to get it. And here's what this looks like for not an atypical, but like the average person who's super talented, who
young black,
super
flashy.
talented, trying to figure it out,
Trying to figure it out,
to get
yeah.
it. I think it fits that mold.
Seems like a lot of entrepreneurship type vibes.
that type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Trying to figure out a way in.
Yeah.
And what that in means, either it's the league or if it means like the industry, like a sustainable income.
And I mean, not only highlighting what it's like to chase your dreams in Hollywood, but obviously it's chase your dreams in Hollywood about
period.
being black.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And yeah, no, I feel like it's really dope. I'm interested to see what that show's like, as well as rap shit. They're gonna be two complete. I think one scripted. I would assume this one's somewhat scripted.
I'm sure there's,
you know what I mean?
Like it's not.
Reality's always got some sort of storyline and plan.
If you're putting them in a specific restaurant, there's some sort of like general guidance of things of what's going forward. So I understand that.
Yeah, for
honestly.
sure. So I think it's gonna be dope. And man,
I'm excited.
the black creators of today and tomorrow are gonna be just
listen.
incredible, man.
Every day's a little step forward.
Dog,
People keep running.
these steps are big.
But look at us.
These are 7 foot footer steps.
But in this generation, people are absolutely fucking running. Like they're clicking. But imagine like the next generation. See all that, they're gonna fucking fly.
That's what I'm saying. Take Mishi Me to Cardi to Drake, man. Like I don't think the black Hollywood has gotten to Drake yet.
Interesting. I would agree.
Because it's like
I think
just
we're only
dominating
now,
of everything.
We're only now seeing like a level of recognition where like, oh wow, this is like landmark stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's like only happening
now,
this year.
exactly.
So when you see landmark stuff happening, you're like, oh wait a minute. If we get like a good generation where kids coming up only know this to be the norm.
Yeah.
Remember when we see black TV shows? We're like, this is just fine.
Exactly.
And then our parents are like, man, this is Wednesday nights are nuts. Look at all these black
once
people.
we started getting characters with layers and depth, and just like different stories, you know what I mean? Like, look at the cowboy one we just watched with Idris
Cowboy.
and
Cowboys.
what's his name? I can't remember the young man's name. But those two, that's not a story you would have seen in the 90s.
Nope.
Never in your fucking life. Nope. I didn't even know that existed to that movie. And that's present day happening right now. Horses in the stable. Like, it's crazy. So I'm excited. Lots of great things to come. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another week to the Concession Stand.
Look at us.
I'm Marlon.
I've been Gabe.
And that was the Concession Stand.
Peace.